Hi everyone, this is Kyle, and I'm jumping back into Rumorville here. Well, I don't know, this technically might not be a rumor, but I'm going to Lord of the Rings here, and we have this report that the people working on Rings of Power are apparently spreading false rumors about what's going to be happening in Season 2. Now this post or this report, it comes from Fellowship of Fans. I first learned about this from thatparkplace.com. I mean, thatparkplace.com and Bounding into Comics, those are really the first two places I go to for any entertainment news. And then I got another link here to the OneRing.net with a list of rumors for Season 2. And I did do a video on this a little bit weeks ago. I'll get into that in a second. But I'm going to start by reading this statement from Fellowship of Fans. I guess, they're a source that gets some inside scoops as to what's going on with Lord of the Rings. So this post is on Twitter.com and it states, Fellowship of Fans has been made aware of a long-term plan carried out over roughly the last 6 months by the production and team members of the Rings of Power to release and spread false rumors pertaining to Season 2. Due to this revelation, Fellowship of Fans will be halting any releases of future reveals and scoops for the time being in order to undertake a full investigation to reevaluate and analyze our previous scoops and reveals for Season 2 to see if we have misreported anything or released purposeful misinformation, and to get to the bottom of all this. From what we understand, this attempt was to catch out people who were leaking in the crew and to make sure in future that outlets would be leaking out wrong information. We will get back to you guys in a few weeks' time to update you if we have any updates from our investigation, which will include a list of the headlines / big scoops and reveals from us and other outlets that we can confirm is true and not misinformation. Fellowship of Fans. And I'll go to the OneRing.net. There were a number of rumors here. They're talking about Sauron and Adar, and that Sauron in the show had a son and Adar killed him, and that might be why they hate each other or something like that. Which, I mean, this is not Tolkien. This guy's not even a Tolkien character. There was a rumor that the music of the Ainur would be in Season 2. And then you got another rumor Tom Bombadil and Goldberry are going to be in the show. And who are they? Who are their identities? Tom and Goldberry are Melkor and Ungoliant. And according to this is apparently a long-held fan theory, which... Do you remember anybody theorizing that Tom and Goldberry are Melkor and Ungoliant? I don't, but you tell me if you've heard anything there. And then Felaroth and Shadowfax, how did Gandalf meet Shadowfax? Now folks, I did do a video on this, I don't know, I'm going to say probably a good month or so ago now, on this very article. But I didn't really talk about the rumors for Season 2. Instead, I talked about one rumor here in particular that Amazon may have secretly acquired the rights to the Silmarillion. And in that video, I was saying I sure hope to God this is not true. Now, at this point, weeks have passed, and I have not heard anything about Amazon getting the Silmarillion. At this point, I don't think this rumor is true. And just for the record, people, I wanted this to be a case where I'm being worked up over absolutely nothing. And if it is the case that this rumor was never true, and that I was on edge over absolutely nothing, I mean, my response is very simple. Okay, good. And don't ever let Amazon get the Silmarillion. At this point, my guess is this rumor is not true. Now, going back to this statement right here, that apparently some team members on Rings of Power are purposely spreading false rumors. I mean, the question here is, what on earth are they trying to gain out of that? And again, I first learned about this from thatparkplace.com. And the way they put it is, if Amazon is indeed doing this, why would they paint their own show in a negative light? Because the ideas in these rumors, they're far away from Tolkien's original work, which means that they're going to anger Tolkien fans. So how do you benefit from that? People overwhelmingly thought Season 1 was terrible. It had no resemblance to Tolkien's work, and Season 2 is going to be more of the same. And look, I'm not watching the show. I am of the opinion that if you're going to take somebody else's work, you're going to make an adaptation for it, and if you're going to be vandalizing that person's work, I don't want to give you my money. It was very clear that Amazon was going to be vandalizing Tolkien. It's been very clear that they were going to do that for a good few years. I mean, the one thing that pissed a lot of Lord of the Rings fans off, or that pissed me off, was, years in advance we predicted exactly what was going to be happening in this show, and then the show comes out, and basically everything we predicted turned out to be correct. Whether it be Galadriel turned into a girl boss, following the common trend where every woman needs to be a strong female character and every man needs to be made weak, straying far and away from Tolkien's work, and there were plenty of other modern-day tropes that were put into this show. So if this is true, I mean, what is Amazon trying to accomplish here? I mean, one general reason why a company might leak rumors for a movie or for a show ahead of time is just to see what public reception is for those ideas that are being leaked out. And if the reception is bad, then they can rewrite their scripts or do some reshoots, things like that. If there's another possible explanation I can think of, maybe Amazon's trying to set the bar so low that it's easy to meet. I don't know. This right here, this is something that I think we're probably never going to know whether it's true or not. And regardless, Season 1 of Rings of Power, that was a huge flop. That had no resemblance to Tolkien's work. And I don't see Season 2 being any better. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you consider hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care until then.